and you're rocking with Camloot. Hey everyone, it's Farah, and we're here with one of the hottest newcomers in the music industry, Miss Elle Varner. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, good. That performance, outstanding. That was amazing. How has it been performing with Estelle?
It's been amazing. I've learned so much from her as a performer, and I'm kind of incorporating things like how she talks to the audience, and she's just so comfortable on stage. So
Absolutely. You were definitely a natural yourself. You guys have been to so many different cities now, but you're originally from California, correct? And you spent most of your childhood in the studio with your parents. So tell us a little bit what that was like.
it was just like going to school before going to school. Like that, my everyday was school of music. All my mom's friends were actors and musicians, and my dad's friends are all musicians, so I learned from them and always had people in the house playing music.
All right, so did you always know you wanted to be an artist?
Always.
Always, all right. Both your parents were in the industry. Do you feel like that had a major impact on you choosing this route?
If anything, it actually made me think about not doing it more than doing it, because my parents definitely had a rough time, and I watched it all growing up. Like, I definitely didn't have the glorious, glamorous side. You know, I don't have famous parents, so they were always struggling to make it and be heard. I was like, man, am I gonna make it? I don't know.
Right.
But they've definitely encouraged me to keep it going, and I do it for them.
You put out your single, Only Want to Give It To You, which featured J. Cole, and you know, had a great reaction with the public. So how did that collaboration come about?
We actually he went to St. John's and I went to NYU at the same time. So we met long before this all happened and bumped into each other at RCA. And I was like, yo, what are you doing here? It's like, I'm on Rock Nation. What are you doing here? I was like, I just signed to RCA. So when I did the song, we were like, oh, let's put a verse. I called him up. I was like, yo, get on this song. And he got on it.
Yeah, he's definitely very, very talented. We worked with him a few months back. We worked with him as well. He's very talented. How was that? How was that working with him? Now, I mean, y'all were friends. So.
Exactly. It was great. He's just a great guy. He's very talented, very professional. Doing the video was a lot of fun. He was loose and easygoing and just real cool about it.
So speaking of your music, when can we expect an album to drop?
March, maybe April. Okay. But in the meantime, I got Conversational Lush, my mixtape, which is I just got reviewed in Rolling Stone.
That's amazing.
I know, today.
You have become so successful. You know, not only are the fans so supportive, but the industry is so confident in your craft. Absolutely. And, you know, no doubt, your performance was absolutely amazing. You know, to get so much support from such a high level, how does that feel?
It feels great. It feels like one less thing that I have to stress over and worry about. Like, it's like everything is falling into place. What I've always known about myself and my talent is going along with how other people are feeling, and it's wonderful to be in synergy like that.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of people say you have like a Lauryn Hill type delivery or Alicia Keys, but how would you say you set yourself apart from these other R&B singers?
Well, I definitely, as a singer-songwriter, which both of them are, no doubt, my style is very much from actually a folk standpoint. Folk into hip-hop, into R&B and soul, and I'm from a different generation. I grew up differently. I played different instruments, and I think we're all so powerful in our own way, and I think I have a lane for myself, a sound of my own, and yeah.
Absolutely, you definitely do have your own spunk, style, and your fashion sense is definitely one of a kind. You know, recently we had a tragic loss of Whitney Houston, and definitely a big loss in the music industry. How would you say that she was an influence on you?
She is the one and only that when I sing, I was a young girl singing in the bathroom with the hairbrush. That was Whitney Houston. When I was like 10, I would go down to the beach with my little amp can and sing for money. And I would sit my brother in this chair and make him sit there, and I would do "It's Not Right, But It's Okay," and like act out the whole thing. I mean, Whitney is my idol, my hero, and I love her eternally. I've never been affected by anyone so much, and I don't think I ever will. She's just one of a kind.
Absolutely, definitely a very tragic loss in the music industry. I love it. You're like, it's so easy to just be like you. You know what I mean? It's so easy for other girls to be just like you. So, being that you have come so far at such a young age, what advice would you give other young girls wanting to come into the industry or just following their dreams in general?
Number one, be true to yourself. And number two, always make a lasting impression everywhere you go. Even if you don't get to sing for someone or do whatever it is your talent is, just make sure they don't forget who you are. And don't compromise yourself for anyone or anything. It's not worth it. You don't have to. I never had to experience that.
Yeah.
And I've gotten pretty far, so just stay true.